Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. In case you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Tosi. I do videos on self-improvement, self-development, and everything nice. And in case you've been here before, you already know you are welcome back, my OG. So guys, today's video I am going to be telling you guys 21 lessons I've learned in my 31 year of living. I normally would do a video after my birthday, which would be in maybe the age and saying 28. I think I have a video on 28. It's 28 on 29, 29 on married, single and stuff, how I really feel. But to be honest, I felt to do everything different for my birthday this year. First of all, I went on a staycation for my birthday this year, which I really, really love. That is like the highlight of my year so far, honestly. I know it's not the end of the year. I was almost going to say it's the highlight of my year, but it's not the end of the year, and I know that God can actually still do more beautiful things. But actually the highlight of my birthday, you know this year, and it was a very beautiful gift that I gifted myself, and I was happy that I did that. So I will normally do a video after that, oh, feeling this age, not being married, not being where I thought I was going to be, how I felt and all that. But this year, I decided to do things differently, like I said, and I told myself I wasn't going to do a video like that. And not because of anything, but because I chose Thanksgiving this year. I chose to just thank God for everything. I think in my video for my birthday, my vlog, I'm going to link that video in my description box just to watch it, right? I think in that video I mentioned that I didn't ask for anything from God this year, and so unlike me, I ask things from God every time, and this year I didn't ask anything. I just said, you know what, God, I'm just really thankful that I'm alive, because that's what's important. Because at the end of the day, is if you're important that you get the things that God has planned for you, right? So I was just very thankful, and I promised myself I wasn't going to do a video on single or married and all that, because I really and honestly don't want that to be my identity. Because I to be honest, the last time I did a video like that was maybe I was 29 or something, and I don't feel the way I feel like that anymore. Nothing has changed basically. I'm still single. I'm still not half of where I want to be in my life, but I just chose to just be happy, to be thankful for things, this year. And yeah, so I'm going to go into that. I have my phone here just in case you guys see me watching, looking at it. And yeah, before we get into it, I need to check my mic because I filmed the whole intro and my mic wasn't working. So yeah. Okay, you guys, my mic is working perfectly now. So let's just get right into it. The first lesson I've learned in my life so far is pick your battles, right? Pick your battles. Now, in as much as this might sound like, oh, don't be there for everybody and all that, it's also saying that even in your life, pick what you want to fight, right? This has helped me to understand how not to fight the things that I cannot control. Now, coming from someone who was very, or I'll say who is very actually, who is very, what's it called now? Who is very Mm, I like to be organized. I like to be to. I don't like to control things, but I like things to be in control. I like to know plans. I'm big on plans. I need to know what's the plan, what are we doing, what am I doing. I strive on being organized and having like a plan, being ahead. I'm a plan babe, I'm a type A babe, right? This is something that I had to fight myself for. There are certain things that I can't control, right? So I make them happen when they want to happen, how they want to happen. In as much as sometimes I feel like, oh, I should be doing this so that I can get this. Do you understand? I should be paying more so I can get this. I should be doing this so I can get this, right? It's still based on the fact that I'm trying to have like a control over the situation, right? So learning that I should pick my battles. Everything is not for me to fight, everything is not for me to control. And as someone who also likes to be there for other people, some people's journey or whatever it is that happens to them is a personal thing. Allow them to go through it themselves. I learned this last year and it really changed my mind, right? There are some people that you have to help them, you be there for them, comfort them. But you see, in their healing journey or in whatever is happening journey, there is a time to take a step back, even as a very close friend, right? There's a time to take a step back and say, no, I think this journey is her journey. She needs to go through this journey, or he needs to go, or that person needs to go through this journey so that they can understand, right? And learn things that they're supposed to learn on their own. And yeah, it's really very important. Pick your battles. Some things are actually not your business. It's not everything that you have to fight. Personally, friendship, family, there's some things just really figure out themselves by themselves, if that makes any sense. So the next one is take people for who they are the first time that they show you who they are. Now, this is very it was very hard for me because as someone who I like to give people benefit of doubt. Trust me. I like to feel like, oh, maybe she didn't know, maybe they didn't know, maybe something happened. That was why they reacted this way, right? But believe people for who they are the first time. They actually know what they are doing. This is so somehow I'm wearing the cardigan because it's actually very cold. It's actually cold, not very cold. This one I'm feeling cold and I'm sweating. But anywho, take people for who they are. If they showed you the type of person that they are the first time, believe them. And I also, coming from me too, that I am actually a very transparent person, I like to be expressive. I have I tell people what you see is what you see the first time. I don't know how to pretend. I don't know how to try to make you like me, right? If that make any sense. But once people have actually showed you who they are the first time, believe them, that's who they are. Like that's really who they are. They can't change who they are. That's who they are. So just really, really believe them when they show it to you. The next, the next one is don't overextend yourself for anyone. Now, as a recovered people pleaser, right? Um, don't overextend yourself. I really used to overextend myself and feel uncomfortable and live my own life, right? For people to be good. And I just got to the part where I was like, I can't do this anymore. And it got to the part where I was exhausted. I was burnt out, I was exhausted. That was when I really, really felt it, right? And I was like, I can't do this. No, this is not happening. This is not happening anymore. I'm not extending myself. If it's what I can do, I'll do it. If it's something that I can't do, I am not doing it. Right? If it's something I can't do, I am not doing it. And I learned how to say no. I honestly am still fighting with that part, but I am so good right now in saying no. If I don't want to do something, I will tell you I'm not coming, I can't do it. Right? Maybe something I just can't do it. Right? So I'll just really give it like a brief explanation and that's it. And I don't need to overextend myself in explaining. I don't feel like it, and that's it. And I wasn't like that, right? I think I started being like that like my late 20s, and actually the best thing ever. Stop overextending yourself for people. Some people don't deserve it. Most people don't. If I'm being honest, most people really don't deserve it. It's stop overextending yourself. Nah, you burn out quickly, you burn out easily, and at the end of the day, you'll be like, oh, I shouldn't have, or this person wasn't worth it, this person doesn't deserve it, this person doesn't deserve me. Right. So yeah, don't extending myself or something that I had to cut out for so many reasons so that I can be calm. So yeah, the next thing is focus on your life and leave other people. Now, I think, like I said, like someone who likes everything to be good, I like everybody around me to be good. If I'm good, I like everybody around me to be good because I feel like it gives good vibe, right? So I really used to be very, oh, what's up with your life? What's going on? Are you okay? Are you this? But I think a time came when I was like, everybody be fine. All right. Everybody will be okay. It's time to focus on myself. It's time to focus on me. It's time to just really be me. And a lot of people really knew this. They knew how like they noticed it, right? And as God will have it, nobody asked me. But I used to be the person that liked to visit people. I like to be here, be there. You're doing this, then be here. That doesn't mean I don't show up for people, but the way I visit people has really reduced drastically. And while I was doing that, I got to understand that I was living most of their lives. I was really interested in what they have to do, what they want to do. I have to be in it too. That I forgot my own life. And 3 years, 4 years, and counting now since I started focusing on myself. And I'm not saying that I don't talk to everyone, all my friends and all that. I do. I can actually really tell you the stage that everybody is right now, like off my head as my friend, because I keep that tap with that, so I know and like what's wrong my friend, but I'm not in their lives every day. I'm not calling you, I'm not texting you, I'm not trying to carry me along and all that. No. So I have now done it to the extent whereby I some of my friends, most of them, I really don't talk to them every time, but when I do, I like to get updated, if that make any sense. Get updated with what's happening with them, how they are faring, right? If they are okay and all that to the level that they want me to know, and I'm okay with that, right? So it's always very important. Focus on your life. Look at me. I wasn't this girl 2 3 years. I wasn't this girl 4 5 years ago. I wasn't as focused as I am now. I wasn't like this. Like 4 5 years back, I really wasn't. If you have to ask any of my friends, they'll tell you that I really, really, really wasn't. But look at me now. 4 5 years counting. I'm very focused. I know what I want, and yeah, if that make any sense. So the next one is most people don't know what they want for their lives. They just want what they're expected to have. Now, because there is a aka timeline, or there is a way that things are supposed to be in the world that we live in. You are supposed to do this before this. You are supposed to do that before that. You are supposed to have this by this age. A lot of people, I'm not sorry to say this, but a lot of people really don't want to be married. A lot of people really don't want the responsibility, but they do it because they are supposed to be married at 30, because they are supposed to be married before 30, because they are supposed to have a family at 35, right? If that make any sense, they are supposed to have like a business, have something for themselves at 35. I'm not saying that that's the best. Of course, have something for yourself, but be sure that it is what you want personally. And I'm saying this because I've seen a lot of people around me, my age, older than me, younger than me, and I've got to understand that most people don't have certain things because they want it. They have it because they are expected to have it. And they want it because they feel like that's what they're supposed to have right now. That used to also be me. I'm not going to lie, at before I really wanted to marry before 30, because that is what it was supposed to be. Now I got to understand, I'm older now, and I'm like, I'm all, in as much as I'm really, really very God, please, when is that person coming? I'm so happy I didn't get married in my 20s, because I did not have sense when I was in my 20s. And I'm not going to lie, I that is not me bashing myself, but that's also me bashing myself. I didn't have a lot of sense that I have now. I didn't have a lot of calmness that I have now, if I'm very honest. So lucky. I'm happy because that man would have seen Pepe, and I don't think I would have been able to know how to navigate it, right? So it's as much as any other thing, it's as little as relocating. Some people just want to relocate because others are, they really don't know if that's what they really, really want. Most people, I'm not saying everybody, most people really don't know what they want. They just want what the world expect them to have, and it's very eye opening, right? If I really want to get married, why? Because I want company for the rest of my life. I want to be loved. I want someone else to love me. Now I have a definition for it. If you had asked me 5 years ago, I didn't know why. I'll just say because I'm getting older, I need to get married. No, it's different for me. It's different for me now, and it's affecting how I make decisions on that part. I want kids. Why do I want kids? Naturally, I love kids. And secondly, I want to recreate an image of me, and I want to be able to pass some certain type of what's it called, some certain type of knowledge that I have to another human being, so there's another perspective, right, in the world. If that makes any sense, that's like three things I just said. Now I didn't have those sense before, so it's always very just, it's just something that I've just really learned that most people, they don't know what they want. They just want what they're expected to have. So yeah, the next one is jealousy will make you think about yourself less. Now, jealousy is something that everyone has, right? But when you sit to it, when you feed it, when you begin to say that, okay, um, I'm jealous of this person and all that, you are indirectly and directly telling yourself that you can't get it. First of all, second of all, you're telling yourself that that person is better than you. I'm not God, but in the Bible, nobody is better than anybody. I am not the person to classify people, right? But I know that, okay, yes, this is this and this is higher, this is lesser. But when you are beginning to get jealous about somebody's life, you are feeding your jealousy. Like I said, everybody has jealousy in them. We see certain things, we want them, or we see people that have things that we have been praying to God for a very long time, and all of a sudden you don't have it, right? So you see those things and you feel like, oh, what's going on? So you feeding it and you looking after somebody's life, it's just a way of how you think about yourself. You feel like you can never get it. You feel like you are lesser because you don't have that thing that that person has. So in as much as jealousy is very, very not good, it's very, very bad. Very, very bad. It makes you talk to someone that you never felt that you are. It's very important to know that it is something that you don't always have to feed. That is why you also have to focus on your life and live other people's life. The more that you're around people getting their goals, they're telling you their good news, telling you everything, you begin to feel less of yourself. You begin to feel like, oh, I can't do this and all that. Jealousy is something that even if you have to pray about it, so that even when they tell you those good news, you are happy for them. And I would say this: be happy for people, not because you want good things to be happy to you. Be happy for people so that you can be a happy person. That's something that has stick with me ever since my life, and I'm really happy that I grew up or I'm in that nature. I'm just genuinely happy for someone. Yes, something I can feel, I wish I had this thing too, but you never see me sit down and be thinking about somebody else's life having everything, and I'm no, 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 no. So pray for it. If you don't have the spirit to not feel on your jealousy, pray for it. You need it. You need it, because people will always have good things in life and you won't. So what happens when that happens? The next one is know what you want in life. Now, I think I talk about this a lot in my videos. Know what you want in life. Like I said, some people don't know what they want. They just want what they're expected to have. Know what you want. Know the kind of life that you want to live. Know if you're not here and they want to write a book about you, what do you want them to write about you? It's very important. Know the kind of life that you want to live. Know It's very important to know the kind of life that you want to live. Know the kind of way you want to be perceived. Know the kind of way that you want to be as a person for yourself, not only how you want to be perceived. So know what you want in life. It's very important. Do I want to be comfortable? Do I want to be satisfied? Do I want to be content? It's very, very important. Do I want to be very ambitious? Do I want It's very important to know. I think they brought the light, but it's very important to, yeah, it's very important to know what you want for your life. It is very, very key. So yeah, the next one is don't be in a relationship or a friendship or because of being their sake. Now, I talk to people a lot and I tell people something. I don't double date. I've never double dated in my entire life. Even if I've been in the worst relationship, I will still be here and not dated the other person. And that's something that is this, aside from the fact that it's a standard, it's just who I am. First of all, I cannot share myself into two. it's not possible. Right? I just really can't, right? I don't have the ability to. So once I see that I'm in a relationship, is this relationship okay for me? I stay in. If it's not, I've gone. That's me. Like, I've really gone. Right? So I don't date people because I want to be seen that I'm in a relationship. If I want that, I won't be single right now. I will be in a relationship. But don't date people because you want to be in a relationship, because you want to be seen that you have a boyfriend, which is who is just a figurehead boyfriend, right? And be in a friendship so that it's like, oh, I have a friend and all that. Don't do that. It's not worth it. It's actually really not worth it to do that. So it's to be very honest, it's actually not worth it to do that. Just be in relationship because you want to be in relationship, be in friendship because you really like this person, be in relationship because you really like them. Don't just date people because you feel like I'm supposed to be in a relationship, but I mean why you don't like the guy. It doesn't make any sense, really. To me, I really don't know about you, but it really, really doesn't make any sense. So yeah, be in relationship because you really like this person, be in friendship because you really like the person, and you want to love someone and you want someone to love you. That's it. The next one is you are good people and it's okay. The first time I started experiencing this, I was like, what's going on with me? Right? You are good people and that's fine. It's okay because you are not who you were 5 years ago. Your interests will change, which I will go to in the next point. But outgrowing people is something that is constantly going to happen because you are evolving. You are not. I'm not to say I was 5 years ago. I'm actually not even to say I was last year. So there are some things that some people still do that you have outgrown. You are not more where they are, right? Especially mentally, not even environment wise, especially mentally. You are not where they are. You are like 10 times forward, right? And it's okay. Now, that doesn't mean that you should just easily like cut them off. I'm going to cut you off, blah, blah, blah. No, it doesn't mean like that. They will catch up with time. It's just that they are still behind and you're in front. You see that step that you're in, they will get there too. It just might take them a bit of time. And by the time they are there, you are forward. And it happens like that. Sometimes by the time they are where you are, you guys might even reconnect, right? So it's always very okay to know that it's okay to outgrow people. People are also going to agree to be okay with it, and it's just life is fine. And which lead me to the next point, which is pivoting. Always PVC. If you wake up, I can wake up tomorrow morning and say I don't want to do content again, which I really don't think, because I really like content. I can wake up tomorrow morning and say I want to do a 9 to 5, but honestly, lucky knowing me, I will still want to do content along the 9 to 5. But I'm saying that because a lot of us feel like we're supposed to be one person forever. We're supposed to have one particular interest throughout. And that is not true. You can actually have 10 interests in 10 different years. You can wake up tomorrow morning and your interest might change. Your interest in job, maybe you used to be a 9 to 5 and all of a sudden you want to do business. It's okay. People are going to talk, right? People are going to feel and say that you don't know what you're doing with your life. That's why you're just going. People will say it. So there's a difference between being confused and you pivoting. There's a difference, right? So you need to know when it is confusion and when it is you pivoting, right? You following another interest, and when it is confusion, right? You need to know that, and it's okay. It's okay for you to wake up one morning and say you want to do something else. It's very, very fine. It's okay. I've done a lot of businesses, a lot of it. One time I sold white t-shirts when I was in school. I've sold underwear. I've learned how to do nails, right? I've learned a lot of things, and those one were me just finding what I really, really wanted. And you know it's okay for you to pivot. Don't mind people. Don't be ashamed and say that, if I do another thing now, people will feel, let them say, they'll be fine. It is your life, as long as you're good with it. People don't really need to understand what you are doing. So pivots, no shall know the difference between pivoting and being confused. The next one is most people are users. In as much as we feel like that sounds very harsh, is actually the truth. Most people are actually users. They just want to use you. So now an average human being is programmed or known to always collect. All right. That's the only way they know how to communicate most times. That's the only way they know how to be a friend. That's the only way they know how to live life. They just want to collect from you, and technically really don't want to give you. Maybe sometimes they do want to give you, but sometimes they do not want to give you, right? So it's always very important to just have it at the back of your mind. Some people, they will use you, and when they're done, they're actually gonna dump you, right? They're actually going to literally leave you because they've used you to the extent that they know that you can't be beneficial to them. Some people in this life actually are friends and in relationship because the other person is beneficial to them, right? It's not like they really like the person. The person is just very beneficial to them, and that's why they are with the person. And yeah, most people are just really users. Just have the spirit and always pray. That's another point which I didn't write, but yeah, have the spirit and always pray for the spirit of discernment. Be very have it. See, if you don't have it technically, pray for it. Is one of the most wonderful um key of life. I think I'm going to do another video of life hack, that you need. It's actually one life hack that you need. It will help you not to entertain rubbish. It will help you not to, you have to basically have boundaries on how to really really treat people. So yeah, very important. The next one is learn how to communicate. Now, in as much as I used to be someone that I will not say anything sometimes, and I had to work on my communication skills, how I communicate with people, how, I pass my message. I had to work on it. I really wasn't the type that was very expressive and all that. No, I had to work on it, and I had to work on how I also deliver things to people, deliver message to people, and how I receive it. That's where you catch me saying I don't understand. I don't understand. Some people feel like it's a joke. I'm trying to whine. I'm not. I technically really don't understand what you're saying. I want to understand so I know how to reply you, right? So it's always very, very important to work on it. Work on your communication skills. People have poor communication skills. Jesus Christ. People have poor communication skills. Certain things that you just sit down and just say and everything will be fine. Some people don't know how to communicate it. And no shades to anybody, but it's very important. Work on it. It's really going to help you a lot of time and a lot of stress. There are certain some things that I just say and I move on. I've said it and I've, understood your part and I want you to understand mine. I'll move on to the next thing and that's it. But if I don't have a good communication skills, you are going to misunderstand me and I really don't want that. It stresses me when people misunderstand me. I'm very stressed when people misunderstand me. I'm very, very stressed. So I don't want that. I want to easily say what I want to say. You catch it, we move, right? So this video is actually going to be really long. I really don't even know how many minutes. I need to check how many minutes and I need to get that my audio is actually really working. I'll be that's a lot. I'm already on 25 minutes, you guys. I think I'm going to have this video in like two parts or something. Or maybe I'll just have it in one part and you guys are even if it's 50 minutes, you guys are going to watch it on 1 hour. So the next one is have a prayer life. See, I'm not going to come here and talk around a lot and not talk about God. Have a prayer life. Have a prayer life. Let God know your voice. Let God know that you guys always have a date every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Like, have a prayer life and know God for yourself. Now, there are two different things. Having a prayer life is you sitting down praying, right? And knowing God for yourself. Know who God is for yourself. I'm not saying um don't be on the online prayers and stuff, but I'm saying aside that, does God know your own personal voice? Does he know your own personal way of talking to him? Have a relationship with God. See, if I have any opportunity to say this, I always say it. Have a relationship with God. There is no how you're going to do this life without having God in your life. Like, there's no how. There's no how. I've always known God all my life. I've known Christianity all my life. I was brought up in Christianity and knowing God, yes. Having a relationship with Him, no, when I was growing up. But now, Oh my days, God has saved me so much. He's been there even when I'm unfaithful. He's been there even when I don't have the words to express how I feel. And that is you having like a relationship with God. Let God know your voice. Have a prayer altar. You guys have a prayer altar where you pray. And I'm not saying that it's every time you be on fire. There are times where you, what's the word now, backslide, and you have to pick God back. God is that same God that will pick you up, right? Have a prayer life. Have a prayer life. Oh, have a prayer life is very, very important. Like, it's really very important. It's the key to living. It's the key to, I would say, who I am today and how I tend to go through certain things is because of God. Hmm. Keeping my sanity is God. Like, literally, it's really God. The next one is money is not everything, but money is important. In as much as I am one of those who will say, money is important. Money is really very important. You need money to live a soft, comfortable life. You need money to even pursue some of your goals and some of your dreams. You need money. Oh. You need money. You need to whatever it is for you to get like legit money, please go get it. Legit money. Please go get it. Work hard. Don't be ashamed for what you do, right? It's very important. Don't be ashamed. Oh, this is what I'm doing now, and my friends are doing big things, and it's okay. The point is you both have money. That's the point. Theirs might be more than yours, or yours might be more than theirs, but the point is you don't go to anybody, to beg. You're not lazy. Very important. Don't be lazy. You're not begging, you're not lazy. you know Work if you have to. Learn a skill if you have to. Money is important. You have to get it. Even if you don't want millions, right? You need to work you need money to live a comfortable life. It's very, very important. Money is important too. Money is really important. It's very important, but it's not everything, but it's actually very important. I learned that over so many years. I've known that, but I learned it over so many years. You need money. Oh. You need money. I'm thirsty. You need money. You need money. The next one is learn the act of detachment. Now, one of the things that has really helped me in my dating life. So I really don't talk about dating and all that. I try not to. But one thing that's really helped me in my dating life and all that is law of detachment. And as someone who used to be, I would say, still partially, you know, had to heal from anxious detachment. Is it anxious attachment or something? I will leave it. Yeah, I had to learn the act of detachment over the years. Now I'm someone, like I said, I'll give you 10 reasons or 10 doubts that, okay, no, maybe the person didn't mean it this way. Let me just give him this benefit of doubt. And I've got to understand that most people are not worthy for your doubts. Like I said, if people have shown you who they are the first time, maybe you still stayed around the second time. See, my sister, just leave, right? So learning the act of detachment has really helped me, even in, I would say, even in friendship, right? And just learning how to, telling yourself that it's time to bounce. So one thing about me is I can be in, let me just say, situations which I feel like that attachment style really made me stay in situations that, first of all, I had no business staying in. Second of all, I wasn't supposed to stay for a long time. Has made me it has made me work on my detachment skills so much that right now I don't really take it. Like, I don't want to be so attached. I just want to know that, okay, yes, this was great when it was great. This wasn't great. This is not great now. It's time to bounce. So I easily, in as much as I still give people chances, honestly, but I know when to break myself up and say, okay, bounce. I am I'm very, very, how will I put this? I know how to stay in situations, not situations. I know how to stay in things. I'm like, okay, this person is human and all that. But you see, I can wake up the next morning and say no. So I have that, I don't know how to put it, but I have that switch where I put on the detachment button and like, no, I'm done. I'm done. Right. And yeah, learning the act of detachment, the law of detachment has really, really helped me. It's going to help you so much, so much, so much. Like you will sit there and say, well, it was good when it was good. It wasn't good and all that. And it is what it is. We move, right? We move. Using the we move even when you still feel very hot is really going to help you a lot. You need to learn it and practice it. Know when to wake up yourself like Maji, Masu, don't sleep, wake up. Like you really know when to tell yourself that, and know how to just be without certain things, be without situations, be without that person, you know, for your own mental health. It's very, very important. Very, very, very important. The next one is know how to package yourself. Know how to package yourself. See, you don't need 1 million naira for people to know that you have 1 million naira. All you need is just 10K, I'll be 100K somewhere, and just package yourself well. And people are like, oh, she looks like she has millions. Package yourself well, package yourself well. Very important. And in this is take good care of yourself, your mind, your body. A lot of us as women really lose ourselves, and I'm saying this also to me. We lose ourselves when we are going through things. We lose ourselves when we feel like things are not working out for us. That's when you see that our skin is misbehaving, or our hair is this that we have built like that for everything to just react, right? Take good care of yourself, package yourself, look good, smell nice. Who's there? Look good. Sorry, guys. Look good, smell nice, get your hair done. One thing about me, I might be going through the worst breakup, but my hair is done. My nails, they are done. Honestly, and it was just something that I really just cultivated. I need to look good, not for anybody, for myself. I just really need to look good. Look at my makeup, came out really good today, and I'm just going to film videos, and that's the end. Who's going to see it? Nobody until I post this video. So it's always very important. Take good care of yourself. Take good care of yourself, and know how to package yourself. Next one is your happiness is in your hands, and you always have to take conscious efforts to be happy every time. Your happiness is in your hands. Oh, I wish I knew this so early. Your happiness is in your hands. You're the only one that can make yourself happy. Yes, there are external things that make you happy, but you have to make yourself happy. You have to know what makes you happy. Oh, if I'm quiet, will I be happy? If I go out, take a walk, will I be good? Very important. Like, you only make yourself happy, so you know how to make yourself happy. Find that thing, that particular thing. I always say it all the time. Whiz Party album is my own happy pill. I can be sad and I play it, and the next thing I'm all over the place, I'm dancing. And the happiness linger with me throughout the day, or throughout, you know, and it works for me. Music makes me happy. Like, music just really makes me happy. I could be going through the worst emotions or overthinking, and I put on music and I'm good. So it's always very, very important to find your own happiness. Find happiness in the little things, because else you'll be sad every time. Oh. Find little happiness. You just got a new phone. Be happy about that new phone. You just did your makeup and it's so good. Be happy about it. I did my makeup today. I like filmed a video for it, and I looked at myself. I was dancing. You need to be happy, oh, for your own sake. The next one is understand the pattern of your life. Now, this is very important in sense of it's going to help you know how to deal with issues of life. Now, if you are the type that things don't go as planned for you, but they go another way, understand it. Now, in sense of, let's say you're looking for a job and it didn't work out, but another thing worked out, right? Fast forward to years later, maybe you wanted to, I don't know how to put it, but maybe you want something and you didn't get it. Understand that something else is coming for you. Do you understand? So it's always very important to know your pattern. If you are someone who you have to struggle to get things, you have to put in work, put in work, put in work, put in work before it happens. Understand that, right? It's really going to help you know how to live life easy. Understand the pattern of your life. Very, very important. Everybody has patterns, and I feel like a lot of people don't pay attention to that. Everybody has patterns. Understand the pattern of your life. It's really save you stress. Very key. The next one is you can change who you. Oh, it's the same thing I've said it before, which is pivoting. The next one is always focus on what you can control. I've said this before. How come I have it said twice? But the next one now is be present in your own life. Be present. I had to tap into this lately. Like, I need to be present. Be present. You're taking a walk. How does the flower in front of you look like? What's the color of the tree? What's the color of that building? A lot of us don't pay attention to that. Now, I've started tapping into this when I'm like in a bus, like a moving car and all that. I've been learning to drop my phone and just really focus on the Agbero that's fighting. Focus on, the lady selling something. Focus on the building. Focus on where people are building a lot of houses. And I've gotten to see how beautiful things are. And my latest obsession is the sky. I do a lot of videos of the sky now. The clouds. I do a lot of pictures of the clouds, and these are things that are around me, but I never used to pay attention to it because I'm always living in the future. What's the next thing? How can I get the next thing? How can I live this good life? How can I this? What's the next? Where's the husband coming? Where's the and you be honest, like I've been honest with myself. I have to even be present because even if when all these things come, right, how will I even be present at that time? So it's always very important. Be present in your life and learn to live at your own pace. That's another point, another thing I've learned. Everybody has their own journey and everybody's journey is different. The fact that Mr. A got to Oshodi before you doesn't mean that you won't get to Oshodi too, right? Just because Mr. C got to CMS or got to Lekki before you doesn't mean that you won't get to Lekki too, right? So it's always very, very important. Learn to live at your own pace, right? Very important. It also aligns with the know the pattern of your life. I'm trying to rush this because I think I want this thing in one video. Um so it's really, really, really very important. The next one is you don't have to date everybody that you meet. You don't have to date everybody that you meet. Right? It's not everybody that you meet that you date. Can we just cultivate the habit of just being friends with certain people? Like the opposite gender, let's just be friends. Like, can you just meet me? I want to be my friend. I don't want to date you. So I live by this rule. Oh God, I wish I can do video of standards that I give myself when it comes to dating. But I live by this rule where I don't date people that I don't like. I say this a lot, and people always feel like I don't date people that I don't like. If I don't like you, I won't date you. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. I won't date you. There has to be something that I really like about you. I may not say it, but there's something that I really like about you. That's why I want to date you. I won't date you because I want to be in a relationship. I've passed all that. And growing up, I that was something that I really lived by. And I did that so that it will guide me in not to be dating anybody and everybody. If I don't like you, I will not date you. Honestly, if I don't like you, I will not date you. If I don't see you in my life, if I cannot picture like a future with you, there's no point in being with you. That's it. You don't have to date everybody you meet, and that's okay. Yeah, if you know that you can't be friends with this person, don't try to be friends with the person. You can't date everybody that you meet. The next one is growth is lonely. I wish people talk more about this. Growth is very lonely. If you're trying to grow, if you're here, it's lonely at the top. Gang, 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 gang. It's very lonely. It's lonely. It's lonely in the sense of if you're trying to chase your goals, you're trying to do this, you're trying to do that for yourself, you want to do it by yourself, it's very lonely. You see yourself most of the time being by yourself a lot, not doing things like you just really be by yourself most of the time, and it's lonely. But It's actually what it is. It helps you to be focused, all the time. It actually helps you to be focused, but you need to know that growth is lonely. If you are really pursuing this growth, oh, it's very lonely. And yeah, the next one is forgive yourself for everything. Forgive yourself for being in that situation. Forgive yourself for being with that person. Forgive yourself for being at that job. Forgive yourself and let you understand that yes, you might have done better. Oh, I should have done this better. But you didn't because you didn't understand better at the time. And that's okay. That's really okay. And I do it for myself. I see myself, I was just like, I have to see you mess up. You're not supposed to like this. And I'm like, I didn't know better. Or maybe I wasn't in the right frame of mind. Right? That was why this and this happened. But forgive yourself. It's okay. You're not that version anymore. You understand better now. And you're not perfect. You are born to make mistakes. A busy born to make mistakes, and it's okay to make mistakes. I think we need to tell ourselves that more. I tell myself that more now. It's okay to make mistakes, right? It's okay to make mistakes. But if you are doing the same mistake every time, then we need to call you to order. But it's okay to make mistakes, and it's really fine. Forgive yourself. It's okay. Yeah. Emotional maturity is the real glow up that you need in life. Emotional maturity and emotional intelligence is the real glow up you need in your life. I wish I knew this earlier. I would have worked on it so much. You need to be emotionally matured. It changes you as a person. It changes your perspectives on things. It changes how you see people. It changes how you even see yourself. It changes how you relate. It changes how you communicate. It changes every single thing. Emotional maturity. Most people don't have it, and it's something that you have to technically and intentionally give yourself that you want to do. Emotional maturity is the real glow up. The next one is always protect your energy. My sister, my brother, guard that energy like it is a wall. Always protect your energy. Always and always protect your energy. There are some people, their own is just to suck your energy. There are some people, their own is just to bring bad vibe and pour into your life. There are some people that they just like the fact that you are at their beck and call, right? Some people just like the fact that they have access to you. Yeah. Some people just like the fact that they have access to you. So protect your energy. It is very, 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 very important. Now, I don't know if all these amount to like 31 because I found myself doing like the same thing over like having to because I actually did like handwritten and I also did one I did on my notes from my other phone. So I really don't know if it's up to 31, but it's very, very amazing to do this video. I don't know how many minutes it's going to be. I'm going to edit it to be one video. I don't want it to be in parts. I really don't like parts because it actually slows me personally down in editing it. But I'm happy that I did this video 5 months later after my birthday. But I'm happy I did this video. This is a few things I've learned over so many things. And I know that maybe some of you know those things, but we learn every day. We really, really learn every day. So thank you for watching this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. I really hope people are going to watch this video because this is actually maybe the longest sit down video I've ever done. But yeah, and join the family if you've not, and I will really, really appreciate it. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye y'all.